Hey there everybody, my name is Seiji Davis. I am what they call a certified HANA somatic educator. And what that is it's a form of neuromuscular training where you can learn how to turn off chronic tension and chronic pain through movement or conscious movement. And this is my second video doing a somatics video. I'm going to be doing more in the future, so stay tuned. My intention is to give people tools that they can use anytime, anywhere to turn off chronic pain or tension. And so last week, if you haven't watched the video yet, I made a video about releasing some tension in your shoulders. There's plenty more movements that you can do to release shoulder tension. Today I'm going to talk about and show you something that's even more prevalent in this country, in the United States, and also in the world. One of our greatest epidemics that nobody is talking about is lower back pain. And what causes lower back pain? It can be a lot of things, but the biggest reason is probably that the lower back is being used a lot. We use our lower back all the time. I'm using my lower back right now for me to even be standing or sitting up like this. If you do anything in your body, moving around your legs, your arms, your head, your lower back is engaged. If you're standing, sitting, laying down, walking, driving, you're using your lower back. And so we have a culture of people all around the world, and also especially in this country, where we have a sedentary lifestyle, meaning we sit a lot. And so even though sitting is comfortable, it's not always the best thing to do for our lower backs and other parts of the body. So, we have people that like to hunch forward in front of their computer and do all their work. And if you don't check yourself, if you keep doing what you're doing without being aware of it, then you're going to have some problems. You're going to start to habituate a certain movement pattern and keep repeating it without even realizing you're doing it. And then as we get old, we assume that standing like this or walking around like this is completely normal, which I guess given how our society is, it is normal, but if it causes you pain, then it's abnormal for your body and its nervous system. And so the reason I'm telling you this is the lower back is one of the main factors that keeps us in so much pain and so much stiffness. If you can just open your lower back more, you'll have so much more possibilities, since it's literally in the center of your body. And so if you can just unclench some of the muscles in the center of your body, everything will kind of radiate out, and you'll be able to stand taller or stand longer or sit longer or bend over more easily to tie your shoes or do gymnastics, yoga. All those other things are more possible if you have a nice, smooth, limber lower back. And so the movement I'm about to teach you is a really great movement that'll help you to do just that. Release and lengthen the lower back muscles, the ones that are right along the spine going down toward your pelvis or your tailbone. And and so if you've ever sat in an office or have stood up a lot and done work, or whatever your lifestyle is, everybody can kind of relate to lower back pain. So if I'm talking to you, and I am, then I recommend you do this movement that I'm about to teach you. So I have my massage table right over here. I'm just going to lay down here. I'm just going to show you the movement, and I'm going to be giving verbal instruction. And if you're sitting at home or laying at home, you can do this. You don't even need to be looking at the video. You can just listen to my voice and listen to the instructions, but just for presentation's sake, you can just look at what I'm doing. And so you can see that I've got my knees bent, my feet on the table here, and my lower back, because my knees are bent, can more squarely lay on the table. And so the maneuver that we're looking for is consciously contracting the lower back muscles. These are the back muscles that we use a lot but forget that we're using. And so I'm just going to simulate right now the movement that you're going to do. So I'm going to take a deep breath in. And as I inhale, I push my tailbone down. So I'm not using my legs, I'm not pushing down with my feet. I'm arching my lower back here. I'm creating a space in my lower back, and I can feel my lower back muscles tightening up and contracting. And now I'm just going to very, very slowly release my lower back muscles. So I'm just lengthening the lower back muscles again, little by little, until my back is just flat against the table here. And now, if you want, you can also just tighten your belly muscles. You can see me lifting my pelvis just slightly. And what I'm doing is just I'm flattening my lower back closer to the table to give those lower back muscles just a little bit of extra length. And then just completely let it relax and rest. So I'm not doing anything with my lower back right now. I'm just allowing it to be without giving it any commands. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to inhale and arch my lower back. I'm pushing my tailbone down. I should feel my lower back muscles tightening and contracting. And now very, very slowly undo the contraction, slowly releasing the lower back and lengthening it against the table. Good. And then just flatten it against the table using your belly muscles. And then just completely drop and relax your lower back muscles. Not giving it any commands, just letting it be. We're going to do it a third time. I always recommend doing somatic movements in sets of 3, because first time is kind of practice round, you don't really know what you're doing. The second time you're starting to refine the movement, but you might notice that there are some bumpy parts, some parts that aren't as easily released. And then the third round is kind of where we take all the 2 experiences beforehand and like put it together and really bring it home. You can of course do way more on top of that, but at least do 3 movements to really get more of an effect out of these movements. And so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to take a deep breath in and arch my lower back. I'm pushing my butt down into the table. You should feel my chest is up here and there's a space underneath my lower back. And now I'm very slowly releasing the lower back and flattening my back against the table here, and then just letting it rest. And something you'll notice when you do these movements is these slow releases really help you dial back your nervous system. You'll start breathing deeper. It'll be easier to just drop and let go and relax. You might get a little bit sleepy or tired, and that's also a very, very normal thing. And it just means that your nervous system is calming down. And when the nervous system calms down, not so much chatter in your head, not so much stress anymore, the body can start healing itself, tissues can start regaining themselves, cells start dividing, and you can rest and sleep a lot easier. So my recommendation is start your day with these movements, because it'll set the rest of the day up to be relaxed and confident, but then also you can do this movement right before going to bed at night. That way you can kind of like dismantle all of the contractions that you kind of built up during the day, during work or schoolwork or, cooking, cleaning, all the things that we do in our lives that put a strain on our lower backs. So you can just kind of decontract all the muscles at the end of the day and then be able to sleep soundly. And so who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want a good night's rest? I know I do. And so thank you very much for listening, watching, and I appreciate everybody. I hope you get something good out of this, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.